Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Great White Northerner, and we are back at it again. We got a box of dimes today. So dimes are a little tough. They're hard to see, and they're so small. Strain on my eyes for sure. Plus, there's really not a whole lot. Like, there's some low mintage stuff. We can look for 2000 Ps. Those are worth looking for, and the 2001 no Ps. Hard to find. And silver. That's it. So we're going to dig for silver for the most part, and this will probably become a multi-box series because there's usually not a whole lot in here unless we get really lucky. Who knows? I don't do machine wrapped rolls very often. Usually we're looking for customer wrapped rolls. These are machine wrapped, but as you can see, it's the Guelph City Transit that has dropped these off very likely, and I did look through them. So you can see there's a older diadem here. And so I think these will be okay. I don't think they're from the Mint. I think they're probably from the local transit authority. So I did have some luck with the one of the other local cities transit authority boxes that I found. And so hopefully we get some luck with these ones. And while we're here, I just opened this up. I didn't bother doing it on camera. I wasn't even thinking of recording it, but I thought, seeing as we're going to do a box tonight, I might as well show you these. So I picked these up on auction, and I got a nice 1941 decent King George VI there. We can kind of see, still see some detail in the hair. And then also a Newfoundland 1911 50-cent piece, and both of these I got for $8 each. Spot price would be a little over nine and change, $9.50, somewhere around there. I did pay shipping on it as well, so pretty much right at spot or a little bit less with the shipping. I think it was like $3 in shipping for the 2 coins, so that's a pretty good deal. I'll take it anytime I can get it around spot or a little bit less, especially with spot having dropped a bit. That's an awesome deal because we do have to pay tax when we buy these coins from a coin store here in Canada. So yeah, so I'm happy to pick those up, and just thought I'd share that with you, seeing as they were sitting out here before I started the box. So all right, let's get into it. Let's see what we get, and if I don't find a whole lot, then I'll just probably hang on to the footage and we'll do another video, or we'll add to this video at a later date. So all right, wish me luck. All right, as expected, this has been kind of slim pickings. So we're on roll 19, and I've pulled a few lower mintage ones out, 96 and, I'm sorry, 91 and 96, and a couple 97s here in reasonable shape. I've bypassed a few that weren't in great shape. And so I've got this one, which I don't know if this is a foreign coin or what this is, but there's no reading on the edge, and it's wider. Well, it's got the Queen's head on the obverse there. It's pretty well worn. Oh, it's a Canadian dime. So it looks like 1995. Well worn. But something's going on with this edge here. Like sometimes you can get those casings. You want to wear it as a pendant or something. Yeah, so there you can see it there. So I don't know if anybody has any thoughts on that as to what has caused that, if that is a minting error or what that is. But yeah, that's a little different. Well, I'll set it up as a find and we'll move on. Yeah, but if you guys have some thoughts, please put them in the comments. We are on roll 40, and I was kind of thinking this whole video was just going to be a bust, that we were not going to really find anything of any true value in here. So I have been pulling out the 97s and 96s, 91s, 1990s, plus that oddball one that I found. I got a nice 1989 there. I'm just going to check against my book to see if it improves that. But I did happen to find something. So I didn't think to edge check this because I just hadn't really found a whole lot. But anyway, it is right here. And you can see it. I just started to pull the dimes down and realized I better grab my camera. You can see the oxidization on there. You can see the beginning of the young head. And sure enough, we have a young head. And it is, that to focus, looks like 1955. So that'll be 80% silver penny, 80% silver dime. We got to find. So I'll pop that up here. A couple bucks worth there for a 10-cent dime. That is something. So happy to have found that. It's always tough to find silver these days in these boxes. So getting 1 or 2 is usually about where we're expecting. And if we don't, it's always disappointing, but it's not that unusual. So finding a 80%er is great. Hopefully we got 10 more rolls. Maybe we'll find something else. And I'm definitely going to marry this with another box now that I found some silver. All right, let's keep hunting. We'll see what we find. Okay, so we're on the very next roll. This is roll 41, and we might have found another one. So I just opened this up, and I don't know if you can see it there, but that kind of looks like it could be silver. Now, it's an odd color. I don't know if that's silver or not, but it definitely does not look like nickel. Yeah, the more I look at it, the more it looks like it could be silver, so maybe not. 2015. So yeah, not silver. I will run a magnet on it. It's just kind of an odd coloration. This happens occasionally where we end up finding dimes and quarters and stuff that, yeah, so it's attracted to a magnet, that have that coloration to it. Because, yeah, you can see it doesn't look quite like the silver, but sure doesn't look like a, regular nickel-coated dime either. So, well, got excited for a second. I thought we were going to find 2 in a row. All right, box is done, and we have 2 finds out of this. I am going to marry this with another box, so I'll just set the video aside. Of course, I didn't really bring in on any of this, but we did pick up a whole bunch of US dimes. I'll set those aside, take them down to the States at some point in time. I'll go through them too to see if there's anything really exciting in there. Check them for some varieties. Nothing really jumped out at me as far as what I found here as being anything too interesting. So I will bring you back in on the next box. So it's been about a week or so. We've got some more dimes. So not a lot of luck with dimes over the last week. Went into a few different places and just boxes were seen to be short supply. So I was just grabbing, bundles at a time. Don't remember. Some of them I maybe got a couple bundles from, and a couple that I only really just got the one bundle. So we're actually 1 roll short. This one only has 9, but basically we got a box here. So we'll go through those, see if we can't add them to the earlier find. So I did find out a little bit of information on this. This is what they call a dryer coin. So what has happened, for those that are unfamiliar, the coin has rolled around in a dryer. As the dryer's spinning, is rolling around on edge, and it slowly flattens that out, wears all those ridges off, and then widens the coin so that it gives it this kind of look where the edge is actually wider than a normal coin, and it's all smooth, because it's been rolling around forever and ever in a dryer. So that's kind of cool. Didn't realize that. I'd heard the comment of dryer coins in the past, but I had no idea what that meant, and there you go. So that's what that is. So we're starting off with this 1 single silver coin, and we'll do the same thing. We'll go through this. If we don't have a whole lot of luck, we'll add another box and keep on going. I'll bring you back when I find something. Gotta love dimes. Or not. So yeah, we really didn't get much. I didn't bother bringing you in because really the only few things that I found were a few lower mintage ones. So the 1990s that I pulled out here, they're 65 million minted, and questionable whether you'd even keep them, but I pulled them out anyway. They're in reasonable shape, and they're after or before the ARP, so who knows? Maybe they'll be worth something someday. 1991s, they are 50 million, the 96s are 52 million, and the 97s are 43 million as far as mintage goes. So all fairly high still. I did find a foreign here from Cuba, and that was it. So on to the next box or whatever we find, and we'll just keep this one going. And magic. All right, we got another box. I just recapped this at the end of the last clip, so I won't bother doing that. So we do have another box. Hopefully we find something here. If we do find some stuff in this one, specifically silver, or some very, very low mintage or something exciting anyway, we'll call this a hunt, and I'll just make a video out of it. If not, then we'll just keep going. This is, I think, box 3, if I remember correctly. All right, I'm going to start in the corner here, and we will work our way through a bunch of customer wrapped rolls. So let's see what we find. As a famous actor would say, all right, all right, all right. So we are on, looks like roll 6, and I think we have a find here. That or a dirty coin, but I'm pretty sure that's silver. So you can see it right there. So let's just see what we have. Oh, it's a King George. You see that? King George the 6, and that is a 1947. That might be a 1947 maple leaf, actually. Let's just take a look here. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's maple leaf there. So it's pretty worn, But you know what? It's silver, and I call that a win. So there we go. 2 silvers. Only took me 3 boxes to find, and we still got lots to go in this box. So maybe we get some more here. Might as well bring you back in here, as we don't have a ton of finds to be looking at. So I did find another foreign coin. It looks like a Jamaica $1 coin, and decent shape. I don't know what the date is on here. Must be on the other side. 2012. So anyway, one more for the pile. On to the next. Roll 15. And looks like we have another find here. So I didn't think to edge hunt this one. I just was kind of scanning through here. And I saw this little puppy here, 1968. So if that's silver, which it looks like it is, that will be 50% silver. That's the last year that they made these in silver. Part of the year was made with nickel, and part of it was made 50% silver and 50% copper. So if it is silver, it will not stick to this magnet. Yay! Yeah, it looked like it was silver. I was pretty sure it was. So that's nice. We got another silver here, 50% to go up here with our 280%ers. That's 2 in 1 box. That's a good sign. That's the most I've ever got in any hunt. So, and we're only on roll 15, so maybe we'll get some more stuff. Well, box is done. So, not a whole lot in the last, however many rolls that was, since the last time I brought you in. I do have a 1997 and a 1991 that I pulled out, a little bit lower mintage on those two. So here's our finds. We've got the 3 silver coins that we found. We got a 1968 50% silver. We got a 1947 with a maple leaf on it. There was about 14 million or so of these minted in 1947. And then in 1947, for those that don't know the story, King George VI, well, actually, India became an independent country. King George VI was no longer the emperor of India. And so when you look at the back of these dimes, 1947 and older, you can see India Imperator, I think is what that IMP stands for. So he was the emperor of India, as well as, of course, the King of England. What they wanted was to, in 1948, is to have that removed on all of the dimes. So if I had a 1948, you'd see that wasn't on there anymore. And but they could not get the dies to us quick enough. So what they did instead is they started printing these in 1948. But they used the 1947 stamps and just added that maple leaf to it, so they could kind of designate them as 1948. So this is technically a 1948 dime with the maple leaf on there. And then when they did finally get the proper dies, then they started printing the 1948 date on the reverse. So this particular one here, I believe there was about 14 million, as I said, and about 9 million of them had the maple leaf on them, and about 4.5 million of them had no maple leaf. So this is the less rare of the two. But anyway, so that's the story behind that. Of course, the 1955 that we found at the beginning there. And then I just kept this one aside just so you can kind of see. So there is 2 1968s. This is the nickel version, and that is the 50% silver version. So I was going through, I found a nickel one, and I thought I would just hang on to that so you could see. But that is not worth anything other than a dime. So that is it. A couple foreign coins up here as well. We got Cuba and Jamaica. And that is the end of the hunt. So I'm going to call it here. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day. Take care.